I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. Today is Friday, yay! December 23rd, 2022. I will be going live tonight, 7 Eastern Time, 6 Central, 4 on the West Coast. I'm not going to rate this episode. It was a Christmas episode, but it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. All right. We see Jordan and Laura. There's been a storm. The roads are bad, so they're really just doing their duty as far as, making sure everyone is safe, making sure they get the roads cleared, doing all that kind of stuff. So let's move on. So then we see Cameron and Elizabeth, and he's just checking on Elizabeth, making sure she's okay. And she was like, I'm good, because everybody knows, something's going down with her as far as Finn and everything. But she tells him she's good. She doesn't want him to worry about her. And then we see Scott and Elizabeth talking, and she tells him, um this time it feels like, because they talk about her parents, and she said this time it feels like, my it's done. Like whatever it was, it always felt like they could come back at some time, but this time it feels kind of final, like there's no coming back from it. And at that point Laura comes over and she talks to Laura, because Scott was asking her about Finn and everything as well. But y'all know how Elizabeth is. She's tight-lipped, so she gives information but doesn't give too much. And so then Laura comes over and she talks to her, um, just about everything that's been going on. They're just catching up. And I was like, where is Kevin? Y'all couldn't do like a family thing. But the roads were so bad, she didn't think Laura would make it, but she was happy that she did. And it's just the same thing, that they're always going to be there to support her. And then Scott is there. Sorry, I hit him a little bit, but she just says, I always was looking at family that I didn't have, when I should have just been appreciating you guys. So let's move on. We see Brooklyn and Austin, and apparently he gave Leo a gift that Leo really enjoyed and loved. And because of that, um, she says he's gonna really enjoy this gift. It's fantastic. And then at that point, they talk a little bit about, her messing it. He tells her, I wasn't always your favorite person, and I know you know about me and Maxie and how I messed up. And she said, hey, sometimes you do things and you tell a lie or something, and you're not thinking, in advance of how messed up it is. And he said, it sounds like you're speaking from experience. And she is, because she knows she messed up with Chase. Well, I'm talking about Chance from Young and the Restless, with Chase. So they have common ground on that. But anyways, then Ned and Olivia come and they thank him again for Leo's gift. They said, you've taken him away from ours. He's so excited about that gift, and everything. And he's gonna stay and be with them. So then Ned and Olivia talk, and she tells him, he was like, do we have enough food? We were prepared. And she said, what? And he said, okay, you prepared it. And she was like, everything's all good. We have enough. Monica's not gonna come down. Excuse me. This is before, after that, sorry. She said everything's all good. I got the food ready, so we'll have everybody, doing something. And so then Cody knocks and he tells them, hey, the roads are blocked. I just wanted y'all to know that people won't be able to get out and everything. And they were like, oh, thanks for keeping us updated. No ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. Thanks for keeping us updated. And then they tell him, what are you doing for the holidays? He said, well, he was going to go to a restaurant to get a holiday meal, but now he's just going to scurry something up at home. And she told him, you're going to stay here. And so that's when she started telling Ned, it's fine. Monica's not going to come down. Adding one more person won't hurt. And he's like, okay, all right then. And then TJ and Molly come and they said they were caroling and the roads got messed up. So they can't get out. So they were wondering, could they stay there? And she's like, yeah. Come on, yeah, y'all can come in here. And so then, excuse me, then Ned is like, girl, and she said, I'm gonna make a lasagna. So then we see Maxie, Britt, Liesel, and Nina, and they're all getting together doing their thing, and they've exchanged presents. And Maxie, and Britt is about to leave because she's about to leave and go and I guess set up things for her birthday party, I believe she was saying. She had something to do. But anyways, when she leaves out, Liesel is there with her and she go no. I believe she was gonna meet up with Brad. I'm sorry. She leaves out and Liesel like, before you go and do your volunteer work and then meet up with Brad, let me talk to you. You don't have to spend this Christmas like it's your last, she said, but I don't know if it will be my last that I'm mobile. So she does want to enjoy it that way. So then we see Maxie had told them that she was going to leave and go and meet with Georgie and Elle and Spinelli, but her flight got canceled. So she calls and she tries to tell Georgie this, but of course Georgie's upset because she's a child. She understands, but she doesn't understand. So then Elle was telling Spinelli, I know you still have feelings for Maxie, but he dodging his question, and she's supposed to be in a new relationship as well. But she says you got to make it happen. Like, if I can't believe you're gonna admit defeat. So then we see Liesel and Maxie and Nina, and they're just like, oh my gosh, her flight, it fell through, and so she can't be with Georgie. And Liesel's like, ha ha. And she said, you're going to scoff at me? Like, you going to laugh about this? And she said, no, like the Maxie Jones I know would make it happen. So then she was like, Nina called and she said they have hangers or something available. Y'all, I don't know. This rich people talk. like who has private planes just at their ready? And so then she said she calls Nina says as long as you can get a private plane, or and so she calls Brooklyn and she says please tell me there's a plane with the Quartermain name on it or a hangar or something. So she's like, let me check for you. And so then Brooklyn is telling Austin about it, and he says tell Maxie just to get to the port and I'll have somebody waiting for her. So then he calls Mason up and says I need to get somebody to Canada. So then Brooklyn calls her and tells her, just get to stop, mama. Just get to port. Everything's going to be fine. Right? No, ma'am. Everything's gonna be fine, right? So then Brooklyn and Austin talk again, and she thanks him for helping Maxie out, and he says no problem because he still, even though they didn't work out, bless you, he still has feelings for her. So then Maxie tells Nina and Liesel everything is working out, so she's gonna leave. And then when she finally makes it to the airport and she's ready to board her another plane to fly her on to her destination. They've grounded all the flights, so she can't make it. But it's okay because Spinelli had the same idea. So he and Georgie end up meeting Maxie at the airport and they get to spend Christmas together, y'all. And that was it with them. So then we see everyone is at the Quartermain's place, and I'm sorry I couldn't find a picture, but it's a young lady that arrived and she's pregnant and she came and she ate, and so she was eating the food and everything, and Ned told Olivia, girl, wasn't your lasagna spicy? And she said, that's an old wives tale, but baby it wasn't, because this girl went into labor on them. So then we see that Sonny goes to Brando's garage because it's being sold, right? And Sasha said Brando had one last wish, and that was to finish his bike by 2023. That was his 2022 resolution. So that's why she was there working on it, because she's worked at a garage before, but she couldn't quite figure it out. So Sonny was like, I'm going to help you. And at this point, Britt comes up because her car, like everybody's car had an accident. Her car is messed up and everything. So she goes by the garage, and then she gets a phone call from Cody and Austin, because the young lady who's having a baby, her baby is breech. So even though Austin and TJ are doctors and they could pretty much figure it out, they're like, we can't, like, we need an OB for this. And so they call Britt and they say, you're gonna have to walk us through it. And right at about this time is when she turns around and Sonny and Sasha get the motorcycle working, right? Then Sonny finally ends up going to Nina's because she was waiting on him. And so they hug, they kiss, and they enjoy their Christmas together, right? So then Austin, Ned, and Olivia are talking, and he tells them the baby's breech, and they were like, okay, what can y'all do? And he says, we need to take her to the hospital. And they were like, but the roads are closed, it's not safe. He said, we're gonna have to get her up our foot. I said, well, our foot? What? And so at that time they hear a noise, and Britt and Sasha arrived because I guess Sasha drove Britt on the motorcycle, and she said, I heard y'all needed a doctor. And so they were able to deliver the baby. Britt talked her through it, and then the young lady names the baby Britta Nicole or Britta Noel. I think it was Britta Noel because that was real cute. And Britt was like, thank you so much for that. And I said, wait, is this young lady gonna be on the show, or is she gonna come back up later on? But anyways, we all know Britt's leaving the show, so I thought it was real cute. And then Jordan ends up making it over to the Quartermains because they said, we heard the Quartermains had an incident, and she was like, you're the incident. That's what the mom was telling Britta Noel. And so, y'all, that was General Hospital Day. I'm telling you, it wasn't much, but it was cute for what it was. Again, I will be going live tonight, 6 Central, 4 on the 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 on the West Coast. It is the weekend, guys. Don't forget to enjoy yourselves, but be safe. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you Monday for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition.